Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 5. Now, if you were here yesterday's video, you'll know that I'm pushing to get the world record today. I did some laps by myself, around 12 or 13, just by myself, just to see what my potential was at this circuit, and then I realised an opportunity to make the second video, and that is because the rider, the ghost that we're following here today, or riding against, is using an 800cc class motorcycle within the 600cc's. So it is my job today on board the F3 Agusta 675, which is still technically over 600cc, and we're going to try and get the top spot here in Okayama against a very fast opponent. Now look at the speed on the straight here. Wow. We were ahead by a few tenths and now we're already behind by a few tenths. So this one is going to be very, very interesting. His ghost to beat is a 1:33.344. My lap time with the F3 675, everything stock settings, upgrades to the bike but no suspension changes, was a 1:33.534 or 501. I don't remember which one it was. So our goal today is to beat his time and yeah, to sit on the top spot of Okayama for however long it will be. And I've got to say, we're strong in the corners. We are very fast within the corners, and that's where we need to be taking up all of our time, because every single straight he will dominate us. So across the line now, it was a good effort, and it's good enough for a 1:33.434. So that is actually my best lap time immediately, straight out the gates. We're already looking very strong here. So a tenth better than I was in yesterday's video, but we now need another tenth to beat him. And already into that first split, oh, big wheelie there. In that first split, we were up by 0.6 of a second. That's not going to be good enough. We're not going to get him on this lap. It was a good effort though, good strong start. I need to keep at that pace, but wow. That 800cc, it is an incredible bike. The F3 800 is awesome to use in Ride 5, but in this challenge it's going to be extremely difficult. Look how much gap he's pulled out on me just by opening the throttle. Thankfully he does make this mistake here into the hairpin, so I don't think this is his best lap. So probably after we complete this video, he's only going to come back and do it again. But yeah, I think majority of our aces will try to compete with the F3 675. But with the F3 800, it's going to dominate this class every single time. So we'll do what we can with this 675, and then until we really have the push comes to shove and we have to use 800, then that will come that day. But yeah, something interesting to mention as well, that the rider we're up against, GCR Dimitor, is using standard physics. So it's very surprising in Ride 5, the difference between standard and pro is not much difference. Back in Ride 5 and the other games, it's quite a significant difference. So with aids and assistance on, he's still very quick. So it's something certainly worth mentioning and to notice. So if you want to try and improve, you could try standard, but I would still stick with pro if I was you. Whoa! Losing the front there into Williams. Thankfully we just barely saved it, and we're up by 0.4 of a second in the first split compared to his ghost. We're up by 33,000 of a second to our ghost. Not bad. Now, something I wanted to mention is you've probably seen in the last video, I don't have ghost turned on, but for interest in seeing the difference on the straights, I thought it would be very important to have the ghost on, and there he goes, strong onto the acceleration, but thankfully very wide on the brakes, and I've gone too tight. That's annoying because we were looking pretty good there. But into revolver for the tight apex, bring on the power. I'm surprised he's able to go so far onto the outside of the circuit there, because we tried that in our time trial yesterday and we immediately got our lap invalidated. So it's surprising that he is able to stay on the outside of the track limits, and yet it still counts. So something that I'm not going to fall for, because I know if I go on that line myself it'll just give me invalidation, so I need to try and avoid that. But into the right hand side, the front tyre is getting rather warm now, it's really orange, and now into the right hand side we'll go. Alongside is not good enough. We have to be ahead going into the last corner, because look at the acceleration. Across the line, and it's a 1:33.534, so I've matched my best from yesterday's video, but not good enough to take top spot yet. This is going to be very challenging. simply because of that speed on the MV Agusta F3 800. That's a really good apex into turn 1 though. Or turn 2 should I say. Only up by 3/10 compared. The front tyre is getting really warm as well now. We're going to have to be careful here. I might have to start going back to the pits to change the tyres. I just don't like doing that because it takes you out of the rhythm. I'll try as long as I can, but if that tyre goes red, then I don't think we're going to do... Look at the speed on that straight. My goodness, down by 67 thousandths compared to our own time. Very aggressive onto the brakes, into the hairpin. Trying not to go as tight as the apex, because of course we did abuse the track limits last time around, but now into revolver. Bring on the power, straighten up the motorcycle, back down to first gear into the left of the Piper corner. Wow, tight roping across the curbs there, but now onto the brakes, under the bridge, losing 1/10. And of course, guys, if you are enjoying the content, now's a great time to hit that subscribe button. Not far from 9,000 subscribers, and I can do that with your support here today, so definitely click that button if you're enjoying the content. But here we go, into the right. We have 0.5 of a second advantage, losing the front there into the right-hander. Look how red that tyre is! Oh, it's boiling! Yeah, I can't do it with that tyre there, but across the line, I'm going to have to change tyres. But, oh, we did match our time from earlier. So not quite where we want to be yet, but I've got to say, these lap times I'm putting in are good. They're competitive and consistent. I'm feeling good about this situation, and I know I can get the job done here today. So immediately out the pits, we've got the soft front and the soft rear on. That's a great couple of corners into the Williams chicane. And we're up by 0.4 of a second again. I think the key here is we have to stay 0.4 and above into the first split. If we can just keep away from the Ghost as much as we possibly can, then we should hopefully hold the advantage for the brakes going up into the hairpin. We still have the advantage, we still have it, but look how quickly it's diminishing. Onto the brakes, he did pass us there, but we did gain 1/10.5, and that's all I need for the top spot. This could be the lap time, ladies and gentlemen. We've come out of the gate swinging here. Soft front, soft rear. Again, no suspension changes. I've not changed a thing. It's completely default. Not even changed the gear ratio in hindsight. I probably should have done. And then onto the brakes. This is looking good. This is really good now, up by 0.2 of a second. Is this the one? The subscribe button's coming up prematurely. It's getting excited. So am I. Into the Hobbs corner. Turn 9 it is. 2.5 of a second ahead of the MV Agusta F3 800. Into the right for the Mike Knight corner. I think he was right behind me then. Is this enough of a gap? We've got 2.5. Oh, is it enough? We think we might have done it here. Come on. Across the line, and we have the top spot. A 1:33.301. But there's more. Why the hell did my lap time not come up? Oh no. I don't know why, but it doesn't come up on the leaderboards. So I completed all that. I beat the F3 800 RR, and yet it doesn't exist. My lap time's gone. So that means only one thing we can do. We get straight back to it again. So here we are, one more time to take the top spot here in Okayama in the 600cc class with the F3 675R, I think it is. So I did a quick lap and didn't really do much. So I'm just skipping ahead now and going from lap 2 instead. And look at that, into the first split. Oh, maybe a little bit excited there for a moment. It looked like we had at least 0.5 of a second. And we still kind of do. We're up by 67,000 of a second. And our best time was a 1:33.301, which was just 43,000 of a second better than our French opponent. Could we do better? I don't think a 1:32 is possible in today's video, but maybe we'll come back and try and get it. Look at that. That speed, it's just demoralising, isn't it? But firm on the brakes, we are solid into the hairpin. Lost a bit of time, but I don't know, I don't think this is going to be the lap though. We're really close, and I'm going to go a bit, ooh, we've just stayed within track limits, but I don't think this is going to be the lap. We need another one, and we need to do better in the first split. Underneath the bridge again, and hard on the brakes. Getting closer and closer. I'm so annoyed that the lap time didn't appear. It happened on ride 4 as well. where I would set a lap time and then the aces would say, where is your lap time? Your ghost isn't there. I have no idea why it does that, but yeah, it is what it is. And I can already tell, yes, we're up, but we're not going to survive that on the straights. Yeah, he's passed me. So, okay, back to the drawing board. Across the line it is. Still a 1:33.501 is our time of our best time so far. We were 0.2 of a second quicker than a lap that didn't exist anymore for some reason. So, hard on the brakes, back into the left, keep going in, keep going in, keep going in. That's really positive. We are up by 0.5 of a second. Oh, this is the one. This has got to be the one. Up by 0.2. I think this is it. This should be it, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare yourself for a cracking lap here. Provided we don't mess it up into the latter stage. But we're up by 0.4. I don't think he's going to pass us even onto the brakes here. I know he goes extremely wide, so he will pass us, but not intentionally to beat us. There he is, but he is very deep. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. This is a brilliant lap that's coming in right now. We're still ahead at this stage going into Revolver, then into Piper. We still have the advantage, a little bit wide there, but we stay within the track limits. We're going to go early on the brakes here, into the left-hand side for Redmond. We're up by 3.5. This is it. This is it. I'm calling it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one. Before we reach 100 miles on the F3 675, we've got to be as brave as we possibly can, going into the Mike Knight corner here to the right-hand side, tighter to the apex than you possibly ever been before. Now into the right-hander for the last corner, bring on the acceleration with a 0.3 of a second advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the top spot across the line. It is 1:33.267, and for goodness sake, milestone ride 5, please have my lap time on the leaderboard this time. So those are my 3 laps on screen. If you want to pause the video to have a look at them, you can do. 3 very fast, consistent lap times, but this is not the page we want to see. Let's skip ahead. Can we see it on the leaderboards? Yes, we can. Our first world record in Ride 5, probably to last us less than the video length of this. I think someone's already on it right now trying to beat my lap time with the F3 800. Regardless, doesn't matter. This video's in the history books, guys and gals. We've done it. Top spot is ours. We beat the standard physics. We beat the bike that's 425cc more. Wow, I enjoyed that one. That was it. That was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If so, definitely hit the like button, consider subscribing, and finally, comment down below, top of the pile, to celebrate our world record. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.